In my own language, conventional thinking is such a sexy topic for me.
Yeah.
Sexy topic for me.
Actually, I like the research about future.
Simple.
Oke, mulai. 1, 2, 3.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, listener, welcome to RUMPI, Ruang, Manajemen, Pendidikan, Islam. The podcast where we discuss important topics related to educational management, especially in the context of Islamic education. I'm your host, Dini, and in this episode, we will exploring the exciting world of computational thinking and its growing role in education. In this episode, we are going to discuss a topic that is becoming increasingly important in the modern educational landscape: computational thinking. More specifically, we'll be diving into a research paper titled Incorporating Computational Thinking into Education from Teacher Training to Student Mastery, authored by Antonella Nuzzacchi from University of Messina, Italy. This paper provides deep insight into how computational thinking is being integrated into education and what that means for both teacher and student. Okay, I'm here with my friend or my co-host, Mr. Nana.
Okay.
Welcome, Mr. Nana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Nana. With further ado,
Yes, Dina, thank you for having me here. This is a nice position to be in this hot seat. I think this is nice with you, Dr. Dedi, and also Dini and you, Abdul, and Intan Diman. So thank you very much.
okay, Mr. Nana. And we are also very honored to have our lecturer, Dr. Dedi. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you, Budin. Nanang, thank you for inviting me to come here to discuss our nice topic. Actually, I like the research about future. And here we are talking about computational research, computational thinking, and one of the research that you have to do as a manager, as the director of your college, of your campus, of your school, that we have to think about research in the future. Not only in the classroom, because in undergraduate we have research like in PPL, then you have to come to the class. But Pananang and Budini, you have to think about the education in the future. We have to reflect the research. Okay.
Yeah, it's such a privilege to have you, Dr. Dedi. Let's get into it. Okay, the paper we are discussing today focus on how computational thinking can be integrated into education from the perspective of both teacher training and student mastery. Okay, Pananang, for those who may not be familiar with it, could you explain what computational thinking is and why it's so important in modern education?
Okay.
For sure, I'd like to say this in my own language. Conventional thinking is such a sexy topic for me.
Yeah.
Such a topic for me. And menyala. Right. Actually, in a simple words, I'd like to say that computational thinking is the way of thinking, and it is the human nature of us. The computational thinking derives from actually the computer science, the
Yes,
computation by
absolutely.
computer science. But because of the state that the computational thinking is a human nature of us, it's delivered by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to us. So this is what we call it. Naturally, goes to us, goes to the way of thinking. And then Janet Wing in 2000s like that, and stated that, or bring this into what do you call it, broadly wider field of work. So it becomes the way of thinking of many people, not only in computation, not only in computer science.
Okay.
All right. So this is nice. So computational thinking will be beneficial for us, and not only the person working in competition in computer science, but also in daily life. They will, what do you call it, solve the problem, burdening his shoulder, and then loading his head, and what do you call it, giving a full attention to his mind. No, it is not going to be that anymore, because computational thinking will help them to solve the problem, to find the solution of any aspect of thinking.
Okay, okay.
Right.
That's a great explanation, Pananang. Okay. What do you think teacher training is so critical in this context?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Just, just to be like this, just maybe I
Yeah. Just close your.
This
make me distracted when I
Yeah.
when I see something on the laptop. All right. Just be confident and based on own thinking.
Okay.
You know that training of computational thinking in the teacher is crucial because of why? Because it's such a big nonsense when you as a teacher, me as a teacher, and you as a teacher train someone that you don't understand. You haven't got mastery what you are teaching to that student. Such like when you teach how to kick a ball, but you don't know how to kick a ball. So you will not be going to have a good understanding about giving question, asking for what do you call it, motivation, asking for motivation, asking for what do you call it, getting the people up after getting down from the pressure in the classroom, and so on and so on. So the training to the teacher is a must, is obligation, is what you call it, crucially highly recommended as an obligation, that no exception for not to do that, for not doing that. So it's a must. So when we think about teaching computational thinking and giving the mastery in the skill of computational thinking in the people, in the students, so it is a must to make the teacher first know and master the computational thinking first. All right, Dini?
Okay, that's an excellent point, Anana. Okay, we'll ask Pak Dedi. Okay. Pak Dedi, from your perspective, what are some practical ways that teacher training programs can support the integration of computational thinking in the classroom?
All right. Computational thinking is how we imitate the computer, not only for computer science, but for us as natural, as human. And this is called by training, Budin, because this is not only knowledge. Okay? If this is knowledge, I think this is easy for us how to understand computational thinking, but we need, as you said, a teacher training program, because the teachers must be trained, Pananang.
Yes.
And
Sure.
you know, in our undergraduate faculty, teacher training, training, because training, we have to have some session to train the teachers how to think based on computational thinking, and then we can develop our professional program as teachers. For instance, teachers can be trained to use computational thinking tools and software. As we know that in our life, you have used your phone, your gadget, your laptop. There are many tools, Pananang, Budini, there are many software. We can promote how to solve the problem. As Pananang said, that we live in a computer, that we need to develop our professional development. You know, Budini, Pananang, in terms of 2024 today, we have many complex problems.
Yes.
This is not only how to solve problem, probably in the past, our teachers, this is us, we have to solve problems.
Yeah.
But today, we have to solve our complex problems.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So many problems.
In one side, you have to do with your family,
Yeah.
and then you have to do your assignment. You have many problems in your workspace.
Yeah.
That's complex. But personal, family, workstation. That's why we have to think based on computational thinking.
Yeah.
Does it make sense for you?
That makes computational thinking that makes simple. Yeah, I think that's such a valuable insight, Pak Dedi. Okay, let's talk about the student, Panana. Okay,
Alright.
one teacher are trained. How does computational thinking benefits to student?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course, it will be beneficial for a student. And I'm also going to put what Dr. Dedi said in concern. This is the concern for me. Giving the mastery to the student about computational thinking is helping them to have a life skill. This is the life skill because computational thinking is such a life skill. Let me take what I call it a simple illustration about this.
Yeah.
Okay, because of the computational thinking is talking about decomposition and then pattern recognition, also abstraction and also algorithmic thinking. So we are going to talk about this in what I call it in a brief illustration. One I want to say is like this: when someone decomposing someone, and when decomposing the complex problem, so it will become what do you call it? Decomposing problems such like the student have got so serious problem because of the state that he has got many tasks and assignment from the teachers, such like mathematics, also in science and arts, and also his or her mother says something. You gotta be like this. You gotta be like that.
So many subjects all the time.
And then also his friend asked her for doing something, and it's overwhelm him, overwhelm her, and this is the burden. So it's like the burden in the shoulders, it's like the burden in the back of the body. So when someone or the student has got the computational thinking, he will be going to break down that by what I call it. Take it down, tumble down into the floor, such like that, into the floor, and see each of it, the feature of it, single by single, part by part, individually, spiritedly. So we'll know, oh, I know now, something burdening my shoulder is, hello! Something burdening my shoulders is like this. This is just about math, and this is about integral. This is about so after knowing that, the student will, all right, as simple as that. So this is the thing I burden. I feel burden and I overthinking about this, but it is as simple as this.
Okay.
All right. Let's make it shorter, right? Shorter. And then shorter.
Different context.
Yeah. It's shorter, not shoulder.
Shorter. Make it shorter. I will make my explanation shorter. Okay. And after decomposing something, breaking down something into pieces. So the people or the student who have got the computational thinking will take pattern recognition, which is belonging to this group, which is belonging to that group, and then categorizing and classifying into groups and groups. So they will know and understand this one, and then turn to have what do you call it? The next abstraction. This one is very urgent, very important to do because this one has to be submitted tomorrow, and that one, the computational thinking goes like that, and then after that, so they will be what do you call it? Having self-confidence anymore, and give a try to do something easily because they know the matter, they know the problems well. And then after that, taking algorithmic thinking just as like step by step, All right. Yes. This is the need of this is reading this book first, and then after that by summarizing, and after that by inferring or calculating and making decision.
Okay.
So that's the point for student living.
Okay. That's an excellent point, Pak Nanang. Okay, jadi sorry, computational thinking
That's okay.
prepares student for both in their academic careers or professional or their in daily life.
Daily
Okay.
life.
Okay, Pak Dedi, do you think that computational thinking is particularly relevant to Islamic education, given its emphasis on critical thinking and problem solving?
Yeah, absolutely. I have another thinking, Pananang. You know that in our East culture, like in our education, there are many assignments for the students. And you know, the psychological students in today's era is growing significant.
Yeah.
You know, the parents and the students have psychological problem. I think they have to think about the computational thinking because we have to manage. This is priority. We can do this tomorrow, do this later. So that is the crucial of computational thinking because our education is different from others in its culture. In our Indonesian, we have many barriers so that we can facilitate within.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can facilitate for real life situation for the student to encourage them. But I have to know, Pananang Budini, in your school, how many teachers and how many trainings do we have related to our computational thinking? Pananang, do you have any training for your teachers or Budin, or about your experience in our school? That this is crucial. Like what we read here, the article is 2024, right?
Yeah. It's very updated.
Very updates. When Budini asked, is there any relation to our Islamic education? Yes, absolutely. Because you know, thinking in computational way is natural, like what you said, Pananang. But we have to train our teachers.
Yeah.
How could we deliver to our students if the teachers do not understand, or even they have to implement our computational thinking in the school? What about our best practice in our school?
Alhamdulillah. A couple of years ago, we have conducted the training for the teacher actually. But before going to the further step by giving the training for all the teachers, I built what do you call it? Small groups also, as well as the first step as the team to discuss and also to dig out the outline or also the gist of computational thinking. It is consists of mathematics teachers, science teacher, and also social studies teacher. And social studies consists of music also, music teacher also. And I train them first, and then after that, making them, in completely mastering the computational thinking, and after they spread out, the knowledge and also the skill they have. What do you call it? Mastered to the friends, to all friends to the teacher. So it becomes the skill because computational thinking is a skill, not about knowledge, and skill has to be taught by skill also. In our brain we have hippocampus, and hippocampus works by episodic memory, and by telling something in episodic memory, so it will become what do you call it, permanent in our brain. And the teacher by practicing, so it just like creating episodic memory in his brain to what I call it to share to share the computational thinking skill to the other.
Yeah, that's right. That's why this is not categorized into knowledge, but this is skills. And skill would be fit in the place of practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
This is not knowledge. So
Yeah.
we have to practice what Pananang said because computational thinking is the way. So this way could be done with practice.
Okay, it's very interesting. For me, competence thinking is very new. So I'm very amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, Budin, in our research, I mean, in the context of the writing, the computational thinking began in 1950s, right?
Yeah,
So this is
50s.
all,
Till 60s, yeah?
yeah, but in our education, we need the old one, old, but this is still needed.
Yeah.
And 2024 now, this is still new for us again.
Yeah.
And then because you are in the master program, so this is good for you. If Bunini Pananang wants to conduct the research for your thesis in terms of computational thinking within your school.
Yeah. It's very new.
Yeah.
Very new. And updates because in Guru Penggerak like that, this computational thinking in their training also.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What's next?
We have we still
We have question from the audience.
Yeah. Is there any question? Nothing. Oh my. Okay.
Oh, sweaty enough.
Sweaty enough. Okay. Is it enough?
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's enough.
Okay. I hope you are enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah, this is good, new, and this is new for your research as well.
Okay. Don't forget to share it with your colleagues and fellow educators. Thank you again, Pak Dedi, and thank you to our listeners for joining us today. We hope you found this episode helpful and thought-provoking. Okay. Okay.
Enough for me.
Okay.
Nice to hear.
Okay. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and stay curious. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.